Defects, we are back with another collection video. I know we usually show you guys us going to the collection and all that, but the guy that was selling it didn't want us to video, and we got so many keys in this collection that in the interest of time, we're just going to flip through all the books. This was a heater, guys. This was a heater. Matt, let them know.
Yeah, so like Jay said, we were kind of the guy, they didn't want to be on camera. Plus, me and Jay were short on time. It was a busy Saturday, so we didn't get to do the usual sit down. What would you say, Jay? It was like 8 short boxes, but they weren't really full.
Yep, 8 short boxes. Each one was maybe about 3/4 full. Some were half full, but 100% heat in this.
So do you want to tell the story about how it came about, or do you want me to tell the story? How do you want to do it?
Yeah, tell them how much we paid and tell them how much it came about.
Okay, so this, guys, if you remember our first video back after our little hiatus on the channel, we had a Silver Age collection, and this is from that same seller. He told us he had some more stuff that he wanted to go through himself and kind of price it out and look through and see if he wanted to keep anything. So we finally got back in touch with him 2 months later. They called us up and we were able to get there. So we've been talking to the wife, and it's the husband's comic books. Okay. So when I got there, well, when we got there, the first thing the husband said was, "I'm not ready for you guys." so that was a rough start to the whole story. And there was one box of DC, I think it said miscellaneous DC keys, Jay, right?
Yeah.
And he said, I got one little box of DC here, maybe a little gas money for you guys, right? He said something along those lines. And we were just in shock.
Oh,
Because
yep.
Jay drove down, the collection's by me. It's a 45-minute ride for Jay. Then I said, hey, is there any way we could maybe look through some of the books and like help you, guide you on like the best way to look up some of the prices, because we kind of developed a rapport with them, so they trust us. We try to do the right thing by them. And he said, no, I'm just not ready. I'm sorry to make you guys come over here. All of a sudden the wife came out. She just started carrying boxes out. She's like, guys, you're here. Just start looking through the books. We started pricing some stuff out. Let us know what you think about some of the prices that we have, because we're not sure how to go about grading them and, condition wise. So we did a quick tutorial on grading and how to look up prices. And we just wanted to be as honest as possible. We wanted them to feel comfortable. We showed them how we look up prices. So fast forward, the guy was pretty much completely overruled by his wife, and they were able to bring out, I would say, about 3/4 of the collection. We'll get to that at the end, but this is probably going to be a 2-part video, but he didn't bring out everything just yet. This is the stuff that he was comfortable selling off, and they priced out some of the stuff. And we were able to take home some big keys, like Jay said. So we paid $2,000 for the collection. Let us know what you think. There wasn't a lot of fluff, but there was some condition issues and missing. We had some from last time. We had some pages missing, some interiors missing, some coupons missing. So we knew that we're possibly going to have some of that same issue, and we explained that. And he didn't want us to run into that issue without going through every single book. So he knew that there would be some stuff missing, so that was kind of factored into the price. And we'll talk about that as we go on. So, Jay, what do you think? Did I leave anything out of the story, or is that pretty much it?
No, so what happened, guys, was once we left, there was a lot of boxes there. We didn't go through everything. Me and Matt split up the boxes. He took half the boxes home. I took half the boxes home. And as we went through, we found more, which is always a great thing. So like Matt said, it's going to be a 2-part video. First, I'm going to show you the DC books I got out of this collection, because I feel like in this channel, we don't give DC as much love as we should. So let's get started, Matt.
Yeah, it's so funny because Jay recently said we need to find some DC keys, and the last 2 collections that we picked up have big DC keys in them. So Jay actually took more than half the boxes. He did a lot of the work on this one. I only took a small batch, and one of them was a full Tarzan run, which I'll get into. So I have a lot less books here. So Jay, you want me to just flip through mine first? It's kind of the lower rung. All right, I'll start. Jay always says, I just fast forward to the point where they show the books on the collection videos. So let's just get into it, right? All right, so we'll start off with something nice and easy. We got a Batman 152, a 12 center. Let me find the sweet spots for no glare. Nothing crazy about this book. It's a 1962 book, First False Face Society. So a small little key. It has some condition issues. I have a lot of books like this. So a 15 to 20 to $25 book. I have like maybe 15 or 20 of these. I don't want to show them all because, people want to see the big keys, right? But a lot of early not early, but like 60s, mid 60s, early 60s Batman and Defective Collective and Detective Comics. So a lot of books like this in the boxes that I had. A bigger key here. I don't think Jay saw this one yet. So this is Plastic Man #1 from 1966. So this is the first Plastic Man in DC Comics that most of you probably know. This is the son of the original Plastic Man from the Golden Age, but this is his first appearance and in the first issue of Plastic Man DC 1966. Actually pretty good condition, I'm not going to lie. Probably a 6.0 or better. All right, a book a lot of you know, and we had a lot of Strange Tales in here, but Strange Tales 126, the first appearance of Dormammu, guys. All right, and it's also the first appearance of Clea, right, Jay? I believe.
Yep.
First Clea, first Dormammu. We saw Clea at the end. Yeah, double spec. First Clea at the end of Doctor Strange 2, and we saw Dormammu in Doctor Strange 1. So probably around a 3 to a 3.5. Strange Tales 126. So funny, we're showing off collections, and Gary's calling me right now. He knows. That ginger-haired angel. Speaking of Strange Tales, this is probably my favorite book that we found. Not the most expensive, but my favorite. This is Strange Tales 68, guys. I mean, I don't think I've ever handled a Strange Tales pre-number 90. So this was really cool to see. Nice condition on this, like 5 or 6. Probably a 6. Really sharp. It's 1959, so early Silver Age. Some people consider that the Golden Age, but I think the Golden Age most people consider pre-1958. So this is that kind of that sweet spot of Silver Age pre-1960. So this was my favorite book that I found, Strange Tales 68. This was a book that we both went past, and I kind of figured it was something, but we didn't know until we actually looked it up. This is Pre-Code Horror, guys. I'm pretty sure my Pre-Code Horror fans let me know in the comments down below. I'm almost positive. But this is Strange Terrors #4. I'm sure you horror fans of Golden Age books know this book. It is it's a semi-famous book. It looks like it's painted. You see that, Jay? But it's all line art. Let me see if I could zoom in. It's all line art. It's crazy. So this is 1952, Strange Terrors #4. It's a cover by William Eckren, and it's only one of 3 illustrations he ever did in comic books. So that's why this comic, also being Pre-Code Horror, is an expensive book. I just did some quick research. A 4.0 of this sold for like $500, $475 this year in August. This book does not come up for sale that often. This is probably around somewhere between a 3 and a 4. Maybe I'm lowballing a little bit, but I'm comfortable around a 3 to a 4. But very cool to find a 1952, what I think is pre-code, what's considered pre-code horror. All right. Dell Comics Tarzan #1, guys. So this is from 1948. Dell Comics Tarzan #1. These don't have the numbers on the outside. You got to look on the inside. Has some writing on it a little bit. There's a name there. There's some writing up there. But I do believe this is the first Tarzan comic book. Not first Tarzan, appearance, but the first titled Tarzan. Let me know if it's not, but as far as I could find, the Dell Comics from 1948, I think that's what it is. So this was a pretty cool find as well, and I actually have a whole stack of the following issues of this. I didn't, figure out which ones are 2, 3, 4 yet. There's about 50 of them, but I knew that this was #1, so that was pretty cool. And then the last book is from my boy the Butcher. I did not show him yet.
Oh,
not a crazy expensive book, but this is the first appearance of Jason in comic books, guys.
That's awesome, dude.
Okay, so it's Topps Comics, which we found out from the guy that only did a limited number of comic books in the 90s. And like Jay said, everyone was trying to get into comic books in the 90s. So this is the official movie adaptation, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. It's #1 of 3. It's a glow-in-the-dark issue. It has trading cards, 3 trading cards included. So I'm going to give this to my boy, the Butcher, the first appearance of Jason Voorhees. They actually spell his name wrong in this book, but nonetheless, his first appearance, Jay.
That is awesome, man. Matt with some good finds, doing deep research. I love it. Looking to clean and press your books before submission? Well, look no further than the best in the business, Erod 212 with Express Comic Book Pressing Service. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Erod will submit your books to CGC and CBCS and pass along his discount. Hit him up on Instagram or email expresscbp@yahoo.com. All right. So, like I said, guys, we're going to split this video into 2. I figured I'd do all the DC and non-Marvel books in one segment, and then we'll save the Marvel for the second. So right off the bat, we're going to start it off with Batman, The Killing Joke, first print. Oh, let me get that glare out of the way for you.
There you go.
Nice book to find. Hasn't been read. Mint condition. So happy to find that. We have The Forever People, #1. First appearance of Darkseid was in there. Great book to have. We have from King Comics, Flash Gordon #1. This is the first appearance of Flash Gordon in the Silver Age. So another nice book to have if you're a Flash Gordon fan. This I found in there and was pretty excited for. The Coyote #13. We all know Todd McFarlane did the interiors, his first interiors on Coyote #11. But you could see right here, this is the Todd father's first cover art on a comic. Just that female right there. So another good find to have there.
It's so funny. What did you see? You know, Jay has a ton of keys because I only had a small stack and I spent time on each book. He's just flipping them through because he's got so many keys.
Oh, I got so many, guys. I'm
just
not going to get into
see this.
Yeah, I'm just going to get into the book and why it's a key. Because
there you go.
We'll be here forever, guys. Strange Adventures number 187. This is the first appearance of DC's Enchantress, so another cool book to have, guys.
Sick.
This I found when I got home and I texted Matt right off the bat because this is a book I definitely wanted in my PC, guys. Strange Adventures number 205. First appearance of Deadman, Boston brand. Sick. It's in excellent condition, guys. Probably like an 8.0. So one of my favorite DC covers ever. A character I've talked about in the past that I could definitely see James Gunn using in a movie. So super excited to have this. We have Detective Comics number 323. First appearance of the Zodiac Master. Nice early Detective Comics book. Dope Batman cover. Oh, man, I'm running out of breath. We got Detective Comics number 351.
Give him 2 more. Give him 2 more, and then we'll end on a cliffhanger, and we'll go to part 2.
351. This is the first appearance of the Clue Master, guys. Again, another minor key, but figured it had to make the video. And we have Detective Comics number 407. This is the third appearance of Man-Bat, but the first appearance of She-Bat. So another awesome Detective Comics Batman cover. All right, we're taking a break.
I think we should. I think we got to do it part 2. Unless you want to end. Do you want to end with a heater? Or do you want to start with a heater? What do you want to do? How many more you got, DC?
That was probably just about half.
Oh, we got to do part 2 then. We got to do part 2. We're starting to get long on the video here. Show him one more. Give him one more, Jay.
All right, guys.
And then we'll go to part 2.
We have nice early Aquaman number 21. This is the first appearance of the Fisherman, a villain in the Aquaman comics. Dope cover, early Aquaman.
There you go. So we're gonna end you there. We're gonna tease. The big keys have not been shown yet. I can tell you that. A couple of them have been, but the top tier ones have not. So guys, pay attention for part 2. It will be out probably the video right after this. Like, comment, subscribe. All these books are going to be for sale. New videos Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Eastern. Whatnot Thursday nights, 9:45 Eastern. Links down below. Get $15 off your first purchase. Guys, like I said, all these books are going to be for sale. So stay tuned for that next video. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.